Hello and welcome to Basic Computer Help. Today I'm going to show you how to share files over a network. This is in response to a question I got about 2 months ago on what cables are best to use to share files from one computer to another. I haven't shared files directly between two computers in about 5 years, so I don't know anymore. So I'm just going to show you how to share files over a network. If you use more than one computer on the same internet connection without having to change any of your wires or anything like that, then you have a network. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Start in Computer, or if you're on Windows XP, it's My Computer, and then go to Properties. Now for speed, I got a lot of programs already up. That way we don't have to wait for them to load. Now in Windows Vista, you're going to get this screen. And in Windows XP, you're going to get a window with a bunch of tabs on top. In Windows XP, if you just click on Machine Name, the tab that says Machine Name, you'll be fine. That's where you want to go. Now in Windows Vista, you want to come down here where it says Computer Name, Domain, and Workgroup Settings. And you want to come over here into Change Settings. In Windows XP and Vista, it will look, this part of the window inside of the tab will look the same. What you want to do is if you're sharing files from one computer to the other, you want to make sure your work group are identical. Like mine is McCormick, because I share files across 7 computers. If you have Windows XP and Windows Vista, you're going to have to change one of them, because the default workgroup name for Windows Vista is Workgroup. The default name for Windows XP is MS Home. So to change that, you just come in here, click Change, and just change your workgroup name. If you did that, you're going to have to restart your computer. Okay, next you're going to want to go into your control panel and go into Network and Sharing Center. You're going to want to enable and disable a few things. Network discovery you want to make sure is on, and you want to make sure file sharing is on. And then you're going to want to make sure password protected sharing is off, otherwise you're going to have to log in with a username and password. This is only relevant to Windows Vista. As Windows XP, it is much easier, and there's a lot of steps that aren't involved in this. Another thing you can do is turn on public folder sharing like I have done. You're going to have to pass Windows do that UAC where it just asks you for authorization. So you're going to need to be an administrator to do it. Now that that's done, we're going to have to pick a folder we want to share. Go into I've got a folder, I created it, I just called it BitTorrent. Right click on it and go down to Properties. This part is the same for both Windows XP and Windows Vista. There's a tab up here called Sharing. Now this is a little different on Windows XP, but you'll get the hang of it. In Network File and Folder Sharing, just click Share. In Windows Vista, you're going to have to give guest permissions. As a reader, a contributor, or co-owner. I don't know what contributor is, but co-owner means you can read and write to the folder. I think contributor means you can add stuff, but you can't edit it, but I don't do that. And reader is just read only. Now because this takes a while to actually set up, I'm not going to do it. In Windows XP, there will be a link that says Enable File Sharing. on this computer. You click that, it'll take a few minutes, then it'll enable a checkbox for you. It'll be like on the bottom somewhere. You check the checkbox and then just hit OK, and it'll take a few minutes to set it up, and then it'll be done. Next thing is, now to access it, you go to Start, Network. In Windows XP, I think it's My Network. When you go into there, you'll get a screen. Oh crap. That looks like this. In Windows XP, you'll get a bunch of folders. It'll say something like Shared Doc on Computer 1 or something like that. In Vista, you actually get the computer names. So I'll click on my parents' computer, and they're sharing 2 printers and 2 folders. And if you double click on printers, all you do is get the printers. Then you can come into here, access whatever's in here, or this, and access whatever's in here. Now when you access your own computer, you get something different. You'll actually get folders you're not even sharing. That's because you're like, my username is William and I'm already logged in, so it detects that and gives me access to my home folder for, I actually don't know why. Now for printer sharing, I should have left the control panel open. For printer sharing, you're going to want to go into Control Panel, Printers, and find the printer you want to share. Right click, go to Properties, and Sharing. And your screen in both Windows XP and Vista will look something similar to this. Now this is a shared printer on my parents' computer, so it's all grayed out. I can't share any of these because they're software, and it'll tell me I'm not allowed to. To add a network printer, you just click Add Printer. In Windows XP, it's on the side somewhere. Add Network Printer. I'll stop since it's already got it. See, I got HP Office and Lexmark O. I don't need to add any printer, so I won't.